Yes, people. We are back live. We are back live on the Sarcasm City TV YouTube for another ManDem United podcast, which is the show dedicated to all things Manchester United. So please keep all your comments, all your questions, Manchester United related, please, people. Big up to everyone who's supporting Sarcasm City TV. As always, please make sure if you're watching live right now or watching this back after the live, make sure you hit the like button on the video. Let's bump up the likes. Get us up into double figure likes. We're just one short, people. Make sure you share this across all the socials as well. I had to put out 2 tweets because I put the first tweet. There was a spelling mistake. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, please make sure you go share it across all the socials on Twitter, Instagram, everywhere else you're active. And on top of those 2 things, make sure you subscribe to the channel Sarcasm City TV as well, and hit the notification bell. People, as you can see from the title, Sheikh JASSIM's final bid brings Manchester United ownership to a close. Well, ownership saga, should I say, to a close, and that's with a question mark. So I'm sure you lot will have many questions in regards to the ownership, whether it's Sheikh JASSIM, whether it's Jim Ratcliffe, whether it's Jim Ratcliffe and the Glazers, or whether the Glazers just stay 100% by themselves. Big up to everyone in the chat. Like I stated, big up to Warrior J. Big up to my guy Eddie every single time. Obviously, he's on the Friday edition to the show as well. Ed says, big up the ManDem. Warrior J, I'll get to that Kim Min J news as well, which I love to hear. Ed says, you man as sick of these ITKs as I am. No, ITKs don't bother me because I don't pay any attention to them. Because let's be real, if you're a serious in the know and you know exactly what's going on, you're either going to the bookies yourself and placing bets and getting rich, or you're giving that information to your family and friends and getting them rich. Simple as that. That's kind of like when there's a heavy favorite and a heavy underdog, whether it's football, whether it's boxing, they're 2 sports I'm into, and people will jump up on here or on Twitter and pick the underdog. I always say the same thing. All right, go to the bookies and get rich. There's a reason why that team is 25-1 to win this game, or 40-1 to win this game. So go put a tenner on that 40-1 and go get £400. Never do. People never do. You're just saying it to be edgy. If you really believed it, go get rich. There's a difference between being confident in an outcome and hoping something happens. Like I hope Inter Milan beat Manchester City. Would I go and put money on it? No. But if I was genuinely confident and believed Inter Milan were going to win that game, go get rich. I know, I've not even looked at it. I know Inter Milan are long odds to win that match. 110%. You'll become that is a very healthy investment. 110%. Big up to Dortmund David as well, says big up Flawless and Co as well. Big up to Warrior J, man, because he's been holding it down in the chat. Holding it down. Big up to my guy Matthew, says big up Flawless and everyone. If Kim Min Jae ends up going Newcastle, that is a massive L for United. Yeah, if we miss out on him, that's stupid. There's no reason why we shouldn't. That's a hilarious name, you know. Bang Boy Kati says, Flawless Ratcliffe is taking over the club. United is done for. I've made peace with it. What makes you say this? Kai, let me know what makes you say this, because I personally don't know. I'm going to give my thoughts on it. Big up Flawless every time. Do you think the Qatar bid will be accepted? Again, I don't know, because we was having this discussion on the Q&A yesterday, and it was Alam who made the point, and he said the fact that Sheikh JASSIM, I was making the point that Sheikh JASSIM has put a final deadline day bid and saying that there's and saying it's Friday, take it or leave it, no more negotiations. And I was saying that means there's no communication. They haven't got a yes or they haven't got a no. They haven't got a yes or they haven't got a no. So that lets you know the lines of communication is not open. And then it's like, how do you not know what you want? And then Alam made the point and said they don't know what they want. How do you put something up for sale for months and not accepting bids or rejecting bids? You don't know what you value this club at. It's like me trying to sell a house. I'm saying, or trying to sell Sarcasm City TV, and one of you lot is trying to buy it, and I don't give you a yes or don't give you a no. You have no idea where my valuation is of it, because the lines of communication is not open. So that's why, do I think that Qatar bid will be accepted? I don't know, because I don't know what the Glazers want. And judging by the reports, they don't know what they want. It's not like Sheikh JASSIM offered $5 billion and they said, no, we want 7. Or Jim Ratcliffe said, right, I'll give you 3 billion and 50%. And they was like, no, we want 4 billion with 70%. There doesn't seem to be any back and forth and any negotiation of any sort. And that just goes to show how money grabbing crooks these men are. It's absolutely outrageous. Outrageous. It really, really is. So yeah, in regards to this, do I think the bid will be accepted? I don't know. Kaneki, I'm just gonna bypass that one that you said, but I hear you, my guy. Big up to Kaneki in the cut. And that's just been my thought process on it. the entire time is most people reporting on this don't know what they're talking about. You know what I'm saying? Hey, Paul, how about you show up, you joke, man? But yeah, like most people reporting on this don't know what's going on. Because the Glazers don't know what they want. Sheikh JASSIM, when somebody's coming out and saying that, well, not saying that, and making that type of statement, that lets you know all you need to know. He doesn't know what's going on. Sheikh JASSIM doesn't know what the Glazers want. Because he's saying X amount Friday, after this, there's no more negotiations. He's trying to force their hand. He's trying to force their hand. Because it's like, you man ain't even giving me any form of conversation to let me know what's going on. Pengboy Kati says the Rainbow Group and Ratcliffe apparently have talks to finalize it in the Qatari final bid, and tweet from the Qatari account looks like it's just to save face from losing the bid. Like I said, I don't know. I don't know how you've taken that from that. I don't know how. Because you're saying the Rain Group and Ratcliffe apparently have talks to finalize it. How many times has that report been put out? How many different reports have been put out since the Glazers put the club up for sale? Since February. Bear in mind, we've been talking about this since February. So that's almost the top of the year. We're now in June. We're now at the start of June. So basically, for almost half a year, there's been different reports. 1 minute, it's Sheikh JASSIM is the preferred bidder. Second, it's then Jim Ratcliffe. Then what I've seen news and reports come out yesterday saying Jim Ratcliffe believed he was the preferred bidder, but there is actually no preferred bidder. People don't know what they're talking about. And yeah, we'll speculate. 100% we'll speculate on rumors, but I'm not taking nothing as gospel. How anyone says anything confidently, I don't know. Because look how many conflicting reports there's been. Look at how many final bids there's been. Look how many deadlines there's been and 12-hour bids. Yet we're still in the same position as the start. There's been no progress, people. If someone can tell me what the progress has been, let me know. There's been no progress whatsoever in regards to these conversations that myself, you lot, and everybody else is having. Yeah, someone tagged me in the petition. Have you seen the petition going around on Twitter saying 100% sale only? Nearly 150,000 have signed already. Yeah, not a surprise. Somebody tagged me. Somebody did tag me. Let's see what else is going on. Warrior J says, source close to the Qatari bid. Sheikh JASSIM is absolutely frustrated. The window opens in 2 weeks and Sheikh wants to get this deal done. And that's from at Sky Cover. That makes sense. And this ties into what I said yesterday and what I just said now before I even seen Warrior J's comment. He's frustrated. He doesn't know what's going on. That's outrageous. Let the man know. It's a yes, it's a no, it's a no, we want this. But again, the Glazers don't know what they want. That's one surefire thing I'm taking from this, because there's been zero progress whatsoever. There's been zero. We've heard zero reports saying, no, we want X. We want 5 billion. We want 6 billion. We want 7 billion. No, we want 4 billion with 50%. No, we want 3 billion with 70%. Nothing. We want to stay in some form of capacity. Zero. They've said nothing. All the reports have come from it's either Sheikh JASSIM or Jim Ratcliffe. But before I continue, let's continue to bump up the likes, people. We are at 18 likes and there's over 50 of you lot in the building. Not good enough. Like check 1212. Get us up to 30 likes, people, and subscribe to the channel if you are indeed new as well. We're at 6,672. We're looking for 3 new subscribers. I know there's at least 3 of you lot who have not subscribed, people. So hit the subscribe button. And if you super chat, I'll get straight to your comment or question as well. But I'm trying to keep up to date with all the questions. And don't forget, link for the membership is in the pinned comment. Many great perks, including how to get on the channel as well. And that's how a lot of people you see on the channel on a regular got on the channel, was by joining the membership. They was on Q&A, members Q&As. I was like, you know what? You'll work on the show. Eddie, for example, is a prime example of that. Shout out to my guy, Eddie. Big up to Cartel, says, yes, Flawless, you good, long time, man. What are we doing as a club, man? We're going to be out of the top 4 at this rate. Glazers are taking the piss. I feel bad for Ten Hag. He could walk at some point. Good to see you back in the chat, Cartel. What we doing as a club? What we always do. You know what the Glazers are like. You know what I'm saying? You said it there. Glazers are taking the piss, and you're 110% spot on. We're going to be out of the top 4 at this rate. If we don't pattern up, yeah, we're in trouble. Like I said, if we don't get Sheikh JASSIM, forget about any major success in the short term or medium term. With them or Jim Ratcliffe or combined 2, forget about it. Forget about it. And yeah, of course, 110% that Ten Hag could walk if they just keep messing about. Sources predict Ten Hag's ambition could clash with the Glazers' caution and lead to friction if the team reshuffle is delayed. And that's from at Laurie Whitwell. Makes sense. course it is. You're not giving me the best possible platform to succeed and do my job. You're now messing me up. So of course. What's this? Same sort of season as this season at best without Sheikh JASSIM. Yes, Dortmund David. Yes, this is now our ceiling. We are now a team that goes and competes for FA Cups, League Cups, and top 4. That's what we do. So this season we just gone is like the best we can do. Like adding an FA Cup, that's it. I don't see us finishing any higher than 3rd. I don't see us competing for the Premier League or winning it. Forget about it. Champions League, forget about it. We are Arsenal. We are Arsenal as when they started to fall off under Wenger. And for them, it was then top 4 FA Cups and League Cups. That's where we will be at with this ownership, with this current ownership, or with Jim Ratcliffe, or like I said, a mix of the two. Kaneki says the thing is though, Flawless, if they stay, the stocks will plummet. If they stay with Ratcliffe, the stocks will plummet. They have to sell realistically to avoid massive loss in the market. I hope so, Kaneki. Because when people start talking stocks and value in the market, over my head. I don't know about the stock market. I don't know about shares. I'm not gonna lie to you, look. I don't know about all that type of stuff. But Kaneki, what you're saying here, I hope you're right. I hope it is because the stocks drop. They like, all right, we're gonna sell right now. Well, will they try and work a way around that with Jim Ratcliffe, with him putting money into giving them money in regards to percentage for the club, but them staying on and still making money? Who knows? Let's see what. Ten Hag always seems frustrated. His quotes speak volumes. I don't pay too much attention to what managers say in press conferences in general, but if he's frustrated, of course it would make sense. You're messing up my summer plans because he might have a Glazers budget, he may have a Sir Jim Ratcliffe budget, and he may have a Sheikh JASSIM budget. Like, all right, if I have X amount, if I have, let's say it's 300 million, all right, I'm going to go for this player, this player, this player. If I have 200 million, it's different. If I have 100 million, it's different, of course. But you need to know what you're working with. But I would take the hit. I would take Sheikh JASSIM taking over July, late July, even though it messes up this transfer window, it puts us in a much better standing in the future, short term and medium term. How much better does that make the January transfer window potentially? How much better does it make next summer potentially, and the summer after, and the summer after, and just us improving overall and clearing out the hierarchy and getting all of the best in class in all aspects of this football club, improving all the facilities, including the stadium, including Carrington, including the youth, or like I said, the entire facilities. I like that. So I would take the hit. I'll take the hit this summer. This window is not vitally important to me in regards to this. This is the most important transfer, quote unquote, of the club, is the ownership. This is much bigger than a Kim Min-jae, a Harry Kane, a Mason Mount, whoever. This is the most important thing. Flawless, next Thursday's fixtures get released. Which team do you want to see versus United on the first day? At home to one of the newly promoted sides. Give us that. At home, one of the newly promoted sides. I like it. David says the Glazers are leaving us in the mud as a club year after year, season after season. Can't stand them pagans. If they don't care about us fans or Ten Hag or the team, it's just weird. We know this. You're right, David. They don't care. And even with the ownership, they can't even leave in the correct manner. They don't even have the decency to say, all right, we were, like I was saying, we want X amount of money for the club, or we want to stay. There's just zero lines of communication with us. Never mind 0 lines of communication with Sheikh JASSIM. And that's why the report stating that he's frustrated tells me, or I do believe that from the outside looking in. 110% I do believe that, because these lot just be taking liberties. These lot just be taking absolute liberties. Like, why is it come to Sheikh JASSIM to say, I'm not negotiating with you lot no more? I'm not negotiating. It's Friday. So I'm hoping Friday when me and Eddie, I know if Eddie's, I'm not sure if he's about for that one, but if the ManDem United we do late on Friday, hopefully it's like, all right, it gets sorted, it gets patterned. I'm hoping so. Hoping it gets sorted. That's all we can do. You lot continue to get your questions in as well. I've started obviously the non-ownership questions as well. I get your final few questions in about the ownership. Of course, if someone new joins and asks questions, that's absolutely fine. Anyway, let me just finish posting this out across all the socials myself, people. Gotta do what I gotta do. Here we are. Let's pattern this. Oh, While I do that, bump up the likes as well, man. How many likes are we on? Because there's over 65 of you lot in the building. Let's bump up these likes. What are we doing? What are we doing? Bump up these likes. They're only at 30 likes. Hey, girls up to 40 likes, people. 10 more and subscribe as well. I'm saying, what are we doing here? I know there's some people here watching who haven't subscribed because we're still at 6,672. Bump up them subscribers and bump up the likes as well. Big up to Jackson. Big up Flawless. Been working hard these couple of weeks. Not been on your shows, but here we are. Yeah, it's cool, man. As long as you watch live or watch back after the live or both, or you listen on the audio platform, whatever. It all supports, man. It all supports. Yeah, Dortmund David says, yeah, an ownership with more funds and possibly a better structure, recruitment and objectives. Yeah, facts. Carty says the Ratcliffe deal looks too good for the Glazers to turn down. It's the promise of them getting more money in the near future. I have a bad feeling it's too good for them to turn down. We'll see. Like I said, I'm just waiting and seeing. I'm not putting any emotional stock in any of the bids. Obviously, I want us to get SHEIKH JASSIM, but yeah, I'm really not. I think the transfer rumors we hear right now is all owner related, whether it's JASSIM or Ratcliffe. They each have their own ideas on how to back Ten Hag. Right now, I feel it's Glazers restricted. Could be true also. Like I said, a lot of this is just speculation. And obviously, we're going to discuss this over the summer months, but that's what it is. A lot of this is just speculation. See what you lot are saying. Did I miss anything? Continue to get the questions in. Big up Daredevil. I see you as well. Yeah, I did answer this, Floyd. You don't mind who will be the first opponent in 23-24 season, right? Bring me a newly promoted side at home. That's what I want. Bring me Luton. Who else came up? Luton, Burnley, who was the other one? Was it Sheffield United? Sheffield United, yeah. Any of them. That's ideal. Like Glazers and Cronkies just have the revenue, all right, but that's about it. Like a club has to run with more than just that. Nah, facts. Big up to my guy Matthew. Says Sky Cover last night even said United are gonna. If United had to compete again, they need a debt-free club. United are a football club, not a cash point for banks. Owned by the Glazers has cost them $1 billion. Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. Like I said, if the Glazers stay in any shape or form or capacity, it's a wrap. Like I just know, all right, short term, medium term, we're not doing anything. So cool. Well, cool. I had a great season this season. I enjoyed it. I actually enjoyed watching Manchester United again. I actually believed in the team again. We had success. We won a trophy. We reached another cup final. We finished third. We improved on the pitch. Individuals improved defensively, improved offensively as well. Of course, there's still levels to go, but I just like the improvement I've seen. You actually have a manager I look at and go, yes, you're an operator at the bare minimum at a good level. What is your ceiling? I don't know. But I like all of these things. But yeah, we'll see. Whilst Qatar is the best option, obviously, let's not ruin our entire hopes with Ratcliffe. He would bring football directors and experts, etc. But I think we won't ever compete with City. The reason that's why I disagree with this, because he's willing to let the Glazers stay. So you don't have the football club's best interests at heart. So therefore, you will put your personal interest ahead of the club in other scenarios potentially, because you've done it initially from the start. Look at how bad the club is run. Look at the state of Manchester United, financially, on the pitch, everything. Just look at us overall. And you're willing to allow the people to stay who did that to us. Tells me all I need to know. Ratcliffe, a terrible option. Terrible option. Terrible. Glazers don't back managers once they get Champions League. We need Qatar ASAP. I'm hoping we get SHEIKH JASSIM. I'm hoping so. I'm with you. Yeah, he runs Nice. What's he done with Nice? What has he done? Someone let me know. Like the biggest achievements with what Nice have had under his ownership. Please let me know. Anwar says, I live in East Manny and it's hurting to see so many City flags outside people's windows. If they win on Saturday, it's going to be paying also. Someone we've got to hold that. That's the case. I'm Southeast Manny, so I get exactly what you're saying. Like, have to hold that. That's all we'll have to do. Well, hopefully Friday. I'm just hoping Friday we get some form of confirmation. I'm hoping so. I am hoping so. I really, 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 really hope so. I do. Let's see. But yeah, I'm just not with the Ratcliffe. Like, look at what he's done with Nice. He's willing to let the Glazers stay. Nah. Warrior J, big up to you, sir. Sources played down the prospect of an approach for Kim Min-jae at this point. The future of Harry Maguire could have an impact on this. And that's from at the Athletic. Big up to you, Warrior J. It shouldn't. If we allow the Harry Maguire situation to impact, let's say hypothetically this is true, not sure how true it is, then that's just bad business. Kim Min-jae and Harry Maguire should not be hand in hand. Go and do the business, go and get Kim Min-jae. Because Harry Maguire needs to be moved on regardless. Even the French player we got linked with, I can't remember his name, but even if it's him, we need improvements on Harry Maguire. We need an improvement on Lindelof. Go and improve in that area. So go get Kim Min-jae for that price. Like I said, plays at Napoli, played in the Champions League, played in Serie A, won Serie A. So he's played at the highest level, played in a World Cup. Go get him. Look at the profile, look at the age, look at the price. Steal. Warrior J goes on to say Newcastle remain interested in Scott McTominay after inquiring in January, whilst Everton have also emerged as a possible destination for the 26-year-old Scotland international. I don't understand the Newcastle interest in Scott McTominay. Everton, I get. Actually, no, Everton, I don't get either, even though he fits more. He's a Sean Dyche midfielder. Don't get it mistaken. He's a Sean Dyche midfielder if I've ever seen one, but he doesn't get in either of their starting lineups. So squad players are supposed. Squad players, so I get why. And hey, if Newcastle or Everton want Scott McTominay, sell him. It's time to get rid of all these players who are not good enough. Your Harry Maguires, your Scott McTominays, Freds, Martials, etc. You lot know the players who ain't good enough. The list goes on and on and on and on. Let's see where we're at as well. Let's see. Matthew says, have you heard the latest United first offer for Mount was 40 million, which is more than fair, but Chelsea want 70 million plus add-ons, do a Craig David and walk away. The fact that they want 70 million plus add-ons is outrageous. It's not even worth 40 million. He's a 30 million pound player if I've ever seen one. Squad player at best if you're really trying to compete for top honors. You're really trying to compete for top honors. He's a squad player at best. People say, oh, he won the Champions League. Yeah, once. I want sustained success. I want a sustained challenge after challenge after challenge after challenge, winning after winning after winning after winning. That is not Mason Mount. It's not Mason Mount. What are we doing here? Over 80 people in the building. Big up to you lot, man. Over 80 people in the building. Let's bump up these likes, though. Let's bump up these likes, people. What are we doing? Like 40 likes now, get us up to 60 likes because it's over 80. Please share this across the socials. Let's get over 100 people in here as well. But subscribe to the channel if you are indeed new because you're clearly enjoying the content. And you lot have done that. We're at 6,675. Now we're looking for 5 new subscribers, people. We're looking for 5 more new subscribers to get us to 6,680. Over 80 of you lot in the building. I'm only asking for 5 subscribers. Hit the subscribe button if you are indeed new, please. Let's see what else. But yeah, Matthew, yeah, Mount is outrageous. It's outrageous. Jack says De Gea should not be given a new contract. He's not good enough to be a backup keeper. The guy always makes mistakes under pressure, like cup competitions. I do agree with most of this in regards to he shouldn't be given a new contract. I'm with you on that. He's not good enough to be a backup keeper. He is good enough to be a backup keeper. You know why I say this, Jack? Because you barely see your backup goalkeeper. Look at who our backup goalkeepers were this year. It was Dubravka, it was Tom Heaton, Jack Butland. Did those 3 combined play 5 matches? So because you barely see your backup keeper, I'm not too fussed who it is. I do agree with you. I want him moved on, but I'm not fussed. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not fussed whatsoever. The guy always makes mistakes under pressure, like cup competitions. Like we need a new number 1. So I'm in agreement with that. Ad says, I agree, Flawless. I'm fully against Ratcliffe. My point was I'm still going to have hope for the future, regardless, because I have to believe. I love the club. Smart recruitment by Ten Hag would be the key. I hear you. That's fair. That's very fair. That's extremely fair. I hear you. No doubt about it whatsoever, man. I hear that. David says we need an overhaul, like Ralph Ragnick said, open heart surgery. Even more so, we now back it. Even more so, we are now. That's what it is. David messing me up with the punctuation. We are now back in the Champions League next season. No, I hear you, man. We have to recruit correctly. We do. 110%. Let's see what else you are saying as well. Continue to get them questions in, people. And like I said, for those that don't know, obviously you get the ManDem United 4:30 p.m. on Mondays. No, yeah, on Mondays, Tuesdays, Thursdays. The Friday edition is no longer at 4:30 p.m. That's now at 10:30 p.m. All UK time, people. All the times are all UK times, all on the upcoming live stream schedule. But you'll get a Sarcasm City Sports Q&A the Friday 4:30 p.m. So slightly earlier. Because obviously I do the Q&As late. So I'm like, let me switch it around and do the Q&As earlier for some people who may be around. Who may be around earlier and can't get onto the late ones. An agreement has been reached with David De Gea, but United are yet to sign the document. United continue to closely monitor the goalkeeper market. Yeah, that's what didn't make no sense to me, but like I liked in terms of we offered him a deal, but then I've heard he signed, but we haven't signed off on it. So it's like, why has the new deal not been signed? It lets me know that we're trying to, we are looking at a goalkeeper. I like that. We're looking at a goalkeeper. I love the fact that we're looking at a goalkeeper. It needs to be done. It needs to happen. 110%. Warrior J says, Ten Hag would like someone to really challenge him if he stays, says, and that's from Laurie Whitwell. Hope, see, this is music. This is what I'm talking about. Ideal scenario is De Gea leaving. But we need a number one. We need someone to come in and challenge David De Gea. So whoever that goalkeeper is, whether it's a Mignon, whether it's a Onana, whether it's a Raya. Bear in mind, I'm not advocating for any of these goalkeepers because I've not watched them enough. I just want a new, good goalkeeper. That's all I want. Matthew says, what do you think with David Sullivan saying on TalkSport that Declan Rice has played his last game for West Ham? Looks like Arsenal better take him over Mount. Yeah, I think he'll move on. It does look like Arsenal, and that does make sense for what Arsenal are trying to do. Would I take him over Mount? Yes. But there's a long list of players I would take over Mount. Declan Rice wouldn't be my first option to go and get, but if we were to sign him, I wouldn't be mad at it. I would not be mad at it whatsoever. But we definitely 110% need improvements in that area, without doubt. Jack says, I agree, flawless, but the other three are nobodies. De Gea isn't going to be paid 200k to solely sit on the bench. If that's the case, I'm fine, but we all know De Gea likes to be the main guy. Forget what De Gea wants. Word to Saeed, this is Manchester United Football Club. He's been dropped before. People forget this when he was first signed by Sir Alex. He was struggling. He was dropped to the bench. Can't remember who the number one goalkeeper was. When he had the whole issue of him potentially going Real Madrid under Van Gaal, he got dropped. And Romero was playing because his head wasn't right. So forget all that. If De Gea don't like it, so what? Sulk on the bench. Couldn't care less. Just because you're paid a certain amount don't mean you start. Just because you're paid let me repeat that. Just because you are paid a big amount of money does not mean you start. So you can be 200k on the bench. Of course you can be. Same way Sancho's on big money and has been on the bench. Martial's been on big money and been on the bench. Cristiano Ronaldo was here on big money and has been on the bench. So yeah, De Gea, of course he is. Man can get paid 200k and solely sit on the bench. Absolutely fine. Absolutely fine. Yes, Lindegaard, that was it. Big up Soto Mayo. So all this whole thing like, oh, he can't be dropped. Drop him. Drop him. You're an employee, not the employer. We've seen how he's dealt with Harry Maguire, who's also on big money, how he dealt with Ronaldo. Do the same with De Gea. Do the same. Easy. You're not playing today. Well, I'm going to kick up a fuss and soak on the bench. You know what I'm saying? Don't want to fight for your place? Calm. Yep. And just because you sign your new contract also doesn't mean you can't be sold. This is a fact. It's a big fact. 100%. Here we are. Ad says, if Newcastle trigger that release clause and get Kim Min-jae ahead of us in July, I'll be extremely pissed. Is it Diassi? Our option B is not near his quality and a lot more raw despite being close in age. I don't know anything about the French centre-back you mentioned. But yeah, if we miss out on Kim Min-jae, that's that would be a terrible thing to happen. Terrible thing to happen. 100%. Let's see. Declan Rice, hype is crazy, man. I rate him, but not that highly. Amrabat yesterday really impressed me again since his World Cup stint. Lots of others out there with Rice's qualities, but cheaper. I agree. That's why I said if we were to sign Rice, I'd understand it, but he wouldn't be top of my list. Like, yeah, go get me Declan Rice. I like Rand said it's weird hearing a black man say they don't want Rice, but yeah, I'm not really with it. I'm not. I don't mind if we don't get Kim Min-jae, only if we get Timber. I prefer Kim Min-jae in terms of profile than over Timber. However, Kim Min-jae I mean, Timber can also play right back, right? And we do need a right back. So why not both? Because we definitely 110% need a right back. I've been saying this. We need a new right back. We need a first choice right back. We need a first choice left back. We do. Without doubt. Without doubt, we do. Let me plug in the charger. Hey, continue to bump up the likes. Right, just under 100 of you lot in here. Big up. Let's get up to, again, I'm asking for 60 likes though. Like check 1 2 1 2. Like check 1 2 1 2. And hit the subscribe button, please, if you are indeed new as well. Let's do so, people. Let's do so. Where we at? 6,676. We're looking for 4 more subscribers. That's the net subscriber mark. Get us to 6,608. Yeah, 6,680. Looking for 4 new subs, people. 4 new subs. Let's see. Matthew says it felt like an upgrade on Wan-Bissaka is required, and United are scouting Denzel Dumfries. I find that hard to believe, especially as he ended Ten Hag. As he ended as Ten Hag's number 1 right back. I think just because he ended as Ten Hag's number 1 right back doesn't mean he's not looking for improvements. Because bear in mind, he didn't start as that, even though Wan-Bissaka did improve. So I'm not really a fan of Denzel Dumfries from what I've seen, but I'm just happy, like the goalkeeping situation, even though there's not a goalkeeper I want in particular, that we're just looking to improve in those areas. Those improvements is needed. Improvements is needed. Jack says, I wouldn't take Timber. Martinez is short. He needs a Kim Min-jae to partner him. That would be perfect. If we were to sign Timber, I'd play him at right back. I wouldn't play him as a centre back. We need a new right back. Flawless, what are your thoughts on Kim Min-jae versus Timber? Also, do you think we can actually bag Vinicius? Vinicius Jr.? No, absolutely not. No, we can't get Vinicius Jr. But on the Kim Min-jae Timber, I don't think it's a versus, it's both. Give me, I would definitely, and I think what Kim Min-jae is like 45 million. Timber would be what, like 30 million. So you're improving arguably off starting 11 for 70 M's and improving 2 key areas as well. Go get both. And this is great news as well. Discussions over Henderson's transfer fee will only start when De Gea's future is confirmed. Forest don't want to go up to 25 million. The fact that we're letting the De Gea situation affect the Henderson situation makes no sense. Move on, Henderson. Not good enough. Get the 20 million, 25 million, 50 million and move on. You can easily find a backup goalkeeper because that guy said backup goalkeepers you barely see. You do. Barely see. To Abdullah, who says, I think this is a game from the Glazers. They keep the Ratcliffe story to push Sheikh JASSIM to raise the bid until the bid is nearly 6 billion. That could make sense. That does make sense. That does make sense. X says, would you move Dalot over to left back over Shaw? The link with Frimpong would suggest Ten Hag may think of that. I'm with that. Like when people, even though I wanted Dalot sold, when I seen Dalot sign a new deal, I was like, all right, we've seen him play left back. So if that means we do indeed sign a Frimpong, like you mentioned, or we sign another right back, and then Dalot and Malacia play left back, Shaw is now a centre back, that's improvement, even though I do want a left back. But I like Malacia though. He still has levels to go, but what I like about Malacia is he's better defensively than he is offensively. So it's like I don't worry about you from a defense standpoint. It's about getting on the ball, which you can improve. So I'm with it. I'm hoping that's the case. Yeah, Nathan, you wilding with that. Big up, it's just me. Says, hi, Flawless. Dumfries is a better player than Gakpo and his PL ready. Timber was poor for Ajax last season. Weird comparing Dumfries to Gakpo, but we move. Whether Timber was, I didn't watch Timber at Ajax. I'm just saying, 1, profile, 2, the manager knows him. If Ten Hag wants him, get him. Cool. Ad says Hodgland for his potential being wrapped up for a 40 million deal is a bargain in today's market. Exciting project signing, but I still want a senior striker. I did like the reports though that I heard. I did like the reports in regards to them stating that he was looking at a younger striker and a senior striker. Because let's be real, we need 3 strikers. We don't have one. Weghorst is going back to his parent club. Martial's not good enough and can't stay fit. We have no strikers. We have no strikers whatsoever. In a way, I think we'll get is it Diazy? Diazy, it reminds me of how we got Malacia. A link pops up, then it's quiet, and suddenly we have him. I don't know anything about him to even comment. Like, you lot are gonna have to, if anyone in the chat knows, can compare him to a centre back, like profile-wise, like who's he like? Forget skill level. What's he like Like, what's his attributes? Like, I don't know anything about him. I really should Google him though. That says, no smoke without fire. So many tier 1 reports from around Europe talking about advanced negotiations with a lot of players. It's clearly Ten Hag's work, which is great. Shows we want quick early signings. That's good. We are linked FC, but I hear this. I do like that. It was like, for instance, Kim Min Jae was early. Mount was early. Like, Kane was early. Hodgland early. Like, because the window opens the 14th. It's the 14th of this month, the window opens. So, yeah. Like, we're going to see what happens, people. We're going to see what happens. Yeah, Malacia definitely needs to improve. But he has enough, like, in terms of in his locker right now where I go, yeah, I can improve. Like, there's improvements to be made, but you're doing enough where I go, you're worth playing to see how much you can improve and what your ceiling is. Warrior J says United are in discussions with Frankfurt over Kolo Muani. Murto has held talks with the Bundesliga side about the 24-year-old. That's from my Laurie Whitwell. I know nothing about Kolo Muani. I only seen him in the World Cup. That was it. So I can't even comment and be like, yeah, he's this, he's that. I don't know. Yep, Linked FC. You already know, Meps. Linked FC. X says, if we get Hodgland in, maybe we can get the Tony and let Hodgland Martial cover the 9 spot until January. Or how about we just get a Hodgland, a younger striker, and then get Tony in January? There's your 3. I'm not trying to see Martial, man. I'm not trying to see Martial. It looks like injuries have cooked him. I'm done with that. And someone else asked about this as well, so I know I'm going to get asked about this. I think number 11 will return to United and will do the interview with his partner to remove negativity. If fans are honest, he was missed badly. Fuck all that about him being missed badly. I don't want to see him back. Don't care. Couldn't care less. My stance on Greenwood has remained the same from the jump up until now. Don't want to see him back. Don't care. Don't care about his level as a footballer. That's nothing to do with what we're talking about. Don't want to see him back in a Manchester United shirt. And if the club do that, I'm solely against that. And it's a ridiculous decision. The club let him back, ridiculous decision. Flawless. Apparently, Diazy could play right back as well. Or is he a right back also? So he must be good on the ball then, if he's also a right back. I'm not saying centre back's bad on the ball, but obviously right back, you're higher up the pitch as well on the ball. Like I said, let me know, people. Abdullah says, and about the striker, Manchester United need good, healthy striker with less injuries, because I don't think they will sign 2 strikers this window. I could see us signing 2 strikers this window. I can 110%. Where are we at? 55 likes, 70 likes, people. Like check 1212. Girls up to 70 likes, people. Subscribe if you are indeed new as well. We're at 6,677. We're looking for 3 more subscribers now. 3. Yes. Pack Bandit. We need 3 strikers because we don't have any. And actually, we do have one, but he can't stay fit and is not good enough. So I don't really class him as a striker. What uses a guy you're not going to see. He's a guy you're not going to see. Forget about him being good. I don't care if he was Ronaldinho level. I would have this energy. Forget about his level on the pitch. Let me just make that clear. Forget about Greenwood's level on the pitch. I don't care if he was Ronaldinho, Ronaldo, Rivaldo rolled into one. I don't care. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not about his level on the pitch. That's nothing. It's from a morale standpoint. Where my morals are at, I'm not with it. Don't want to see him back. Thoughts on Kolo Muani? Don't know much about him. I only seen him in the World Cup. Thomas says, Hodgland is strong, but his first touch needs work. Tony for the new year is a great strategy. Go get Ivan Tony. You're negotiating from a position of power. His contract runs out in 2025. Brentford can only have him back in January. Go slap 40, 50 M's and say, we'll take him in January. But then you get 2 strikers in the summer anyway. And then you got them 2, say it's a Hodgland, a younger striker. Go get a Garnacho-esque striker. When I say that, someone for cheap. 500K, $1 million, who's just like really strong, or electric, who's just young. Go get someone who's 17, 18. Just go get a striker to back up a Hodgland, for example. And then you bring Tony in January. Yeah. Hampshire Dale says, flawless, big up my G, big up to you. Warrior J says, sources close to Sheikh JASSIM, it's now or never. We want to answer. If the Glazers decide to go with Jim Radcliffe and Ineos, good luck to them. And that's from Sky. All right, at least we'll get some form of close, it seems, Friday and over the weekend. And to X, it said, if the girl can forgive, we can forgive, but the PI would be a nightmare. No, you can forgive. I don't forgive or forget that shit. You can forgive. I'm not telling you how to act. I'm just responding to the question I'm being asked. I don't forgive. I don't forgive. I don't forgive or forget with that shit. Don't care if the victim, you know what I'm saying, or whoever else is involved forgives. The girl's family, friends, whoever. I don't. Not with that. Don't play that shit. You know what I'm saying? And that don't play it at all. So no, I don't forgive. Diassi, 6'3", right back, plays for Monaco. Brilliant defensive attributes. Reminds me of Kanate, to be honest. Remind you, okay. Stats for progressive passing and carries is elite. 25 years old. Kim Min Jae is levels above though. Hey, you said 6'3", pace and power. Yeah, get him here. Cool. Fit. You good on the ball? All right, cool. You fit the bill. You fit the bill. Yeah, again, that's why when people ask me about this as well, it's gone quiet on the Anthony thing as no British media has mentioned it. Makes you wonder if it was true. People asked me about it yesterday, and I think the day before when it actually broke. And I said, until all the information comes out, I'm not commenting on it. But anyone who's watched me for any length of time knows my thoughts on these type of things. If Play Simple if Play to Jazz, if he got banned, that means he was talking shit in the chat. Because he wouldn't have got banned for no reason. So he clearly said something. That's why he got banned. Ask him what he said, Jez. Thoughts on Gonzalo Ramos from Portugal. Again, another player I only seen in the World Cup. Don't really know much more. Don't know too much about him. I'm saying SHEIKH JASSIM, the only guy showing worry about the transfer market. He is man. Let's hope so. And to Broderick, who says the mother of his child forgave him, but you're here branding him immoral. I didn't brand him immoral. I never branded him immoral. I said I have my morals. You got to pay attention. And okay, the mother of his child can do what she likes, and I'm entitled to have my opinion on it. I don't want to see him back. No one's going to change my opinion on this. I've made this perfectly clear. That's my opinion. Like I said, let me repeat this. I don't care if the mother of his child, you know what I'm saying, his family, his friends, her friends, forgive that shit. I don't play that shit. That's me personally. I don't play that shit at all. Not with it. No. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not branded. I never branded him immoral. I think he's a piece of shit for what he did. Yes. I'm not with it. Simple as that. Simple as that. Big up to R3 as well. Big up. Emma says, we still need another right centre back as Varane is 30 and injury prone. He'll either leave in the next 2 years or retire. Yeah, that's why I like the Kim and J links. The man is saying about this Diassi, like I said, if he's 6'3", pace and power, yo, you're an athlete. All right, cool. Technically good at the ball. Cool. That's where I'm at. That's what I heard about Hodgland. Like, yeah, man. Like, that's the way the game's going, people. That's the way the game's going. Yeah, Jez, facts, 100%. Well, Jez, he clearly said something because he didn't get banned for a reason. So it's not like he just popped up in the chat and he just got banned for no reason. So clearly said something. Dollar says, do you think the Glazers have problem to deal with the Arabs because before they refused to sell to Saudi? No, I don't think it's that. I just don't think they, like I said at the very top of the show, I just don't think they know what they want. That's what it is. They don't know what they want. That's it. I'm saying. Ta'afri says you just contradicted yourself, though. You don't have all the details about Greenwood, so it's the same as Anthony. Correct? No, because we've seen the evidence come out with Greenwood. Did we not see the pictures? Did we not hear the word? Did we not see the pictures? Did we not see the messages? Did we not hear the recording? We've seen all of this. So what we talking about? Yo, we seen the evidence come out. That is evidence. That's more than enough for me. If that's not enough for you, R3, cool. Like I said, we seen pictures, we heard voice recordings, and we seen the messages. Enough for me. That's 3 pieces of evidence, clear as day. I'm good. I don't need to hear no more, see no more. Again, you're entitled to your opinion. I'm not saying you need to think like me, but don't try and put your opinion on me because I'm not having it. We're not discussing a footballer here. When I say we're not discussing a footballer's level. So we're not here talking about if Christian Eriksen's good enough or not, or if Bruno Fernandes or Harry Kane's good enough or Mason Mount. I hear the other side on that. With this, I don't want to hear the other side. I'm not interested. So I don't know why people consistently try and put their moral code on me. I don't put my moral code on you. Certain people try and put their moral code on me. Don't do that because I don't do that to you. We're not here talking about football. That's beyond football. That's life. What he did, piece of shit. You know what I'm saying? Don't want to see him at the football club again. My opinion. Simple as that. Don't know how many times I need to say this. There's no yeah, but what ifs. No, that's how my moral compass is on it. And people just be lying in the chat talking about, no, there's no evidence. Yes, there was. You just don't want to see it because he plays for Manchester United. Go search for that shit. What would I do if number 11 plays next season? Turn off the TV, generally wondering. No, I still got work. I still got a job to do, unfortunately, with that. I disagree with it entirely. 110%. Would I champion that, man? No. Absolutely not. No. The club do that, I'd be like, nah, I'm totally against this shit. But I'm still going to support my team. But hey, we move. All right, R3, you're welcome to your opinion. You know what I'm saying? And that, whatever, man. Never talked about conviction. A clip and a picture and everything else and an audio recording is enough for me. I don't know what else to tell you. Nobody spoke about him being convicted. You know what I'm saying? And that, like I said, if you are apologizing, defending for that, do your thing. Not interested. Don't care. Couldn't care less. Just putting that out there. I don't care. Yeah, just this is it. Everyone can have their own opinion. Man, asking me and then getting mad at my opinion. How you having that opinion on it? No, because it's my opinion. I'm entitled to it, and it's not changing for nobody. That's my moral. I seen enough. You didn't see enough. Cool. That's on you. That's on you. I've seen enough. Maybe Diassi is a hidden gem for Ten Hag, but someone who's watched Napoli all season. Kim Min-jae is currently top 5 centre-backs in the world. That's the standard I want at Manchester United. I'm with you. Ads on this. I hear you about this. I'm fully on board with this. Fully on board with this. Like I've said, Kim Min-jae, cool. I've seen enough. You've played at the highest level. You have experience at the highest level. I'm with it. Let's see. Will Diallo go out on loan again? I think he should have been given a chance in the squad. I don't think he will. I think we need him. We don't have no choice. We don't have no choice whatsoever. We have zero choice. Zero choice, like, because we don't have another left-footed right winger. In an ideal world, I would like him to go back out on loan, but it's not an ideal scenario. It's not an ideal scenario. So we need him in the team, unfortunately. That's it. There we go. Yeah, cool, R3. I'm just letting it be known. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to hear no defense of it. That's the point that I'm making. I don't want to hear the other side. If we were here debating Harry Kane, I'll hear the other side. If we're here debating a footballer's ability, I will hear the other side always. No matter who the player is, always hear the other side in terms of their footballing abilities. With that, I'm not hearing no other side. Simple as that. Simple as that. That's cool, Abdullah. You know what I'm saying? If you can forgive him, calm. I don't. I can't state this enough, people. There's no defense of this to me. You lot want to forgive? Cool. Because we need him and he's a talented footballer. Not with that. I disown my own family members for the same shit. So I do the same to him. Oh, this was from, I put this up years ago. I think it was JD. Foot Locker, something like that. But I do like the Adidas fit. I need that Adidas sponsor, man. I'm not going to lie. So I appreciate it, Matthew. I need that Adidas sponsor. Yeah. Let's see what you lot are saying. Continue to bump up the likes. How many likes we have? We are at 63. Girls up to 70 likes, people. Before I close out this show, girls up to 70 likes. Continue to hit the subscribe button, please, as well. I'm going to close out in the next 15, 20, 25 minutes, people. Final few questions before we close out. Like I said, don't forget, 4:30 p.m. you get the show Mondays, Tuesdays, and Thursdays, and at 10:30 p.m. on Fridays, all UK times, people. All UK times. Again, don't forget about the membership. Link is in the pinned comment as well. And of course, if you super chat, I'll get straight to your comment, your question, people. I will. Let's see what else you lot said. Did I miss anything? Oh, yeah, Matthew, you're right, man. I need that Adidas sponsor. I just need a clothing sponsor, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm tired of having to run through my wardrobe to find clothes to put on to friggin' try and put outfits together. So yeah, whether it's Adidas, whether it's Nike, whether it's Reebok, something. I need them to be like, here's X amount of clothes, wear these clothes, and plug this sponsor. That's what it is. So if there's any clothing brands out there, don't even have to be one of the major ones, let me know, and I will rock your clothing, you know what I'm saying, on all these streams I'll be doing. 110%. Big up to Warrior J says discussions have taken place between the leaders of Manchester United and Chelsea, but there is a significant gap between the positions of the two clubs. I'm guessing that's from The Athletic, and I'm guessing Warrior J, that's from Mason Mount, right? So yeah, it is nuts. You know what I'm saying? It's nuts. No spamming in the chat, please, people. Where was I at? Yeah, in regards to this. It's crazy how I still don't get my head around that. You're trying to move a player on who you don't want to pay the money to, who doesn't get into your starting 11 and is in the last year of his deal, and you're asking for 70 million. Why would you not just take the 50 million and just dip and just be like, all right, cool? Why is that 70 million so important? Like, I'm lost. I would love to know the thinking process behind that. I don't understand it from a Chelsea fan perspective. From a Manchester United fan perspective, I'm holding price him out. I don't want Mount here. I don't want Mount here. Forget that. Definitely don't want Mount here. Forget all that shit. Don't want him here. Don't want him here. Abdullah says, how many players do you think will sign this window? Probably 4 or 5. I think we'll have, worst case scenario, we'll have a similar window to the last window. So I could see us signing 4 to 5 players. Do you think there will be a decision made tomorrow? The ownership thing, says Jack. I hope so. You know what I'm saying? I hope so. I could be wrong, but I hope so. You know what I'm saying? I really, really hope so. Thomas says, if you can get him to sign, where's this? If you can get him signed Pulisic, you would be valuable. And Sancho played his best with him. He was his role model, he said. Hilarious. I don't want to see Pulisic anywhere near Manchester United. 1, I don't rate him that highly. 2, he's constantly injured as well. No. I want no players from Chelsea, in particular, any attackers. It's a terrible idea. That's a team that scored what? They notoriously non-goal scoring team. None of their attackers are on point. Boohoo Man could sponsor you, surely. They sponsor plenty of football YouTubers. I gotta grow my brand. That's what it is. You know what I'm saying, I gotta continue to grow the brand, but grow the brand. Grow the brand. But we are getting there. We are getting there. This could be true, actually, Jack. They probably know we do terrible business and they're trying to squeeze money out of Manchester United. LOL. It could happen. Big up to Pesbian, says, wish they would stick to that 70 million. I hope so. Mo Chelsea says, just give us the money, bro. No. So keep Mount. Keep him. Keep him. Not trying to see him at Manchester United. Nope. Mount, I think. What's this? One sec, my laptop moving slow. Mount, I think, is a Glazer choice rather than Eric Ten Hag. No, I think it's a Ten Hag signing. 110%. I think it's a Ten Hag signing. I think he's fully. He likes the profile. Because when you look at all the other midfielders we've been linked with, they're of that profile. Him, Sabitzer, Goretzka, Rabiot, different levels. I'm not talking about skill, but in terms of profile, they're all similar. So I think it's Ten Hag. T-Gain says, I'd be okay with Mount if he was here as a squad player, LOL. I like one of the multiple signings, and I mean like a minimum of 8. See, and that goes to show the level he's at. That you're saying a minimum of 8 signings and you're happy with it. It's just terrible. It's just terrible. Free says, Chelsea know the SHEIKH is coming, so they're delaying so they don't miss the SHEIKH money where we overpaid to everyone else. That could be the case. If it is, that's just bad business, though. If you're really waiting for 20 more million. 24 million, 20 million. Ridiculous. Just give us the money, bro. Mount is better than Maguire, Sancho, Anthony. Maguire's a centre-back. And the bar's on the floor with Sancho. So no. And he don't even play the same position as Anthony either. So no. You keep him. How about that? You keep him. Channel growth apps are goddamn lootly. Let me know, ads. Drop the quotes in there. Mike Keegan just broke up Green with exclusive story. Let me know. Even though as much as I don't like talking about it, you lot know I don't duck no smoke. I found your channel from Troops' podcast a few weeks ago. You'll take over YouTube eventually. Much appreciated, my guy. Big up, man. Big up. I think Ten Hag showed you why he's a good coach, because you get third place without a striker in the Premier League, and seeing what we had strikers before like Rooney, Van Nistelrooy, Van Persie. That's what makes me confident in Ten Hag's abilities, is that, all right, you exceeded my expectations. So I know, at least, like I said, bare minimum, you're a good manager. You know what I'm saying? At least bare minimum. Squad player for 70 million, even if we aren't that stupid. Oh, I forgot Maguire. Ha ha. Yeah, you're saying it. So they're saying, Ad says Manchester United want to send him out on loan whilst the investigation is ongoing to Italy, Spain, or Turkey. 2 years left on his deal. Player could be released after a period of reflection if club is brought into disrepute. Good. As long as I don't see him in a Manchester United shirt, cool. I don't think he should be playing football anywhere. But again, people's moral compass when it comes to money changes. Send him out on loan. Cool. I don't want to see him in a Manchester United shirt. Calm. That works for me. That works for me. Spain, Italy, and Turkey, 3 possible destinations. Move could buy time and allow them to gauge opinion and performance. They want to gauge public reaction along with Greenwood mental health and performance levels. And that's from Mike Keegan. All right, cool. As long as he's not here. Like I said, I don't think he should go Spain, Italy, Turkey, or whatever, but that's a whole different conversation. But yeah, I don't want him here. Cool. I'll send him out alone. Cool. Well, not cool, but I just don't want him here, should I say. Flawless, what do you think would be the worst case scenario for Manchester United's transfer market? Only signing 2 or 3 players, because we're much more than 2 or 3 players short of being where we need to be. We're way short. So not signing enough. We need a lot of players. We need a lot of players. We need a whole new spine. No, we mentioned the goalkeeper we mentioned here today. Centre back we spoke on. Midfield, we know strikers. That's right down the middle of your team. Never mind fullback areas. Never mind backups to certain players in those positions as well. So in terms of we're looking at, we need another centre back to help like compete and back up Varane or maybe take Varane's place, but competition. We need 2 new fullbacks. We need a goalkeeper. We need midfield. We need first choice midfielders. We need backup to those first choice midfielders. To me, we need a new number 10, and we need a first choice striker and backup to the strikers as well. Diallo coming in can back up Anthony and compete for the right hand side as well. So a lot short. So that's worst case scenario. So I say if we this window, if we don't get new owners, then I'm like, I know what time it is. I know where the club's at and what our ambition is, and I'm just signing out. I'm like, I'm not emotionally invested. I'm chilling. My club ain't serious, so I'm not going to take you serious. Do I think United will sign a high-profile player? Maybe. Maybe. It depends if the right... what do we class as high-profile? Like Casemiro. Because that's high-profile, right? It depends. You're going to have to elaborate and tell me what you mean as high-profile. Like, let me know. And then I can answer further. But if the deal is right, yeah. Because like Casemiro was high-profile, but it worked. At 110%. You lot bump up the likes as well. We're at 68 likes. Scales up to 70 likes before we close out. Bear with me, people. I will have, you know what I'm saying, special guests dropping in. See, this is how ManDem United works. Sarcasm City TV works as well. I'm saying people of quality just be dropping in. You already know the strength and depth on Sarcasm City TV is cold. All the hosts are great, apart from Ryan. You know what I'm saying? Like, they're all fantastic. Yeah, we could definitely go and potentially get a high-profile name. Do we? I don't know. But it makes sense. Like, because to me, a name I've said this, a name makes sense. I'd run the risk. I'd 110% run the risk with a Neymar S signing. Like, why not? Why not? We hit 6,680. Big up to you. Let me refresh. Make sure nobody's unsubscribed. All right, 6,681. All right, 4 more subscribers now. Still over 65 of you lot in the building. 4 more subscribers, people. We're looking for 4 new subscribers. Get us to 6,685. Please, people. Road to 7K on the channel. Road to 7K. Yep, Matthew. Well, people don't think about this because he's a talent and he'll score goals. And just can't see how people can justify number 11 playing for the club again, especially when you think we have a women's team. What impression is that going to show them? A negative one. But hey, people don't want to hear this because he plays for because he's a talented footballer. All right, Matthew. If we get Qatar, only then would I see a possible high-profile signing as they want to impress Sir Jim. No chance. Maybe. Maybe. If we get Sheikh JASSIM, Neymar will come to the club. Potentially. Like I said, I'm all for like Neymar. I hear all of the cons. I hear what everybody says. Him getting used to the league. You know what I'm saying? His injury record, availability, is his heart in it, all that stuff. That's why I'd only take Neymar, like I said, on a loan deal number 1, 2, with PSG paying the vast majority of his wages. So they're paying like 80 to 90% of his wages. You got a player who don't want to be there on your hands. Utilize that. Utilize that to your advantage when you're negotiating. All right, we'll take him on loan. We'll pay 20% of his wages, season loan deal. Take it or leave it. Kind of like Sheikh Jassim's final bid. Take it or leave it. If you keep an unhappy player on your hands. Because I think I'm motivated Neymar is the best attacker in the league. You know what I'm saying? In that the best, definitely 110%. A motivated Neymar is the best attacker in the league at his best, 110%. So I'd run that risk. I'm a risk taker. Look at who we're trying to catch and who we're trying to compete with. Neymar's a needle mover. He can potentially raise levels. He's one of the few. He's in that Mbappe, Haaland, like Benzema, Vinicius Jr. like back in terms of them needle movers, like Cristiano Ronaldo in his prime, Messi in his prime. Obviously, Cristiano Ronaldo and Messi in their primes are much better, but I'm just using them as an example. Nostalgia says we won't win the league with. Finish your comment, my guy. Or you could be a girl, but yeah, we won't win the league with who? With who? Let's see what else you are saying. To be fair, in my opinion, high profile doesn't mean they have to be expensive. Facts. Casemiro wasn't expensive. I adore Neymar, but I can't imagine him walking around Manchester despite the Portuguese, Brazilian speaking. Well, they all speak Portuguese if you're Brazilian, but yeah. No, the reason why I could see it happening, what are his options? What are his options? Look at it. Who can afford him? That's a small bracket in itself. So, like, take PSG out of the equation. Let's say he's moving on. Who can afford even a loan to pay his wages? Who's a big enough club for him? Forget Bayern Munich. Forget about that because we know they don't pay big money. In the Premier League, who? You got Manchester City, you don't need him. You got Chelsea, of course. You got Manchester United. Who else? The Italian sides don't pay that money. Barcelona, we know about their financial situation. Madrid. So you're saying Real Madrid, you got Chelsea, you got Manchester United. That's it. If there's other clubs, let me know. Manchester City as well, you throw in there. So you got Manchester United, you got Manchester City, you got Chelsea, you got Real Madrid. City don't need him. And I don't see Pep rocking the boat at Manchester City with what they got going on. Chelsea, definitely, potentially, 110%. Manchester United, of course, that I mentioned, and Real Madrid, of course. So it's a small pool of, you're saying out of 3 clubs. 3 clubs. Yeah, I'm fully aware of this. Yeah. Flawless, do you realize how crazy it would be if we spend 60 million amount when McAllister was there for 35 million release clause? Yeah, it's just bad business. Even without the McAllister thing, amount for 60 M's is just bad business. And then what you stated here just reinforces that fact. It just backs it up. It is. Nostalgia says we won't win the league with players like De Gea, Bruno, Eriksen, Rashford, Martial, Wan-Bissaka, Shaw in our starting 11. Agreed. I don't know why you made this statement. Everybody agreed. I've never heard anyone say these players are good enough to go and win the Premier League. We need improvements on De Gea, Bruno, Eriksen, Martial, Wan-Bissaka, Shaw, 110%, even potentially Rashford. So I'm lost at this comment. No one's ever disputed this. Let's see. Yeah, it's crazy. 2-2 chat. It's crazy. It is. Yeah, football is the game to me. Neymar alone is a no-brainer. And if it don't work out, you go, all right, Fez. Yeah, X, I forgot about Newcastle. Throw Newcastle in the mix. But if he's got a choice of Newcastle or Manchester United, who's he picking? Manchester United. Come on, man. He's picking us over. Newcastle United. I'm sorry. That's just where like the nostalgia of the club kicks in. So to me, it is a no-brainer. If he does indeed want to be here, though, you can't approach him and he's humming and hawing and he's like, I don't know. Like, he has to be motivated and want to be here. Because a motivated Neymar with a chip on his shoulder. Like I said, you got the best attacking player in the league to me. I don't think there's a better one. Neymar is best. I don't believe there's a better attacker in the league right now. Yeah, I mentioned Manchester City. That was one of the clubs. I mentioned Manchester City. Football is the game, says Flawless. What would you prefer, Rice or Casado or Lavia Amrabat? Why is there a mix? Like, in terms of we need more. Like, bring me Casado and Lavia. How about that? That's what I would prefer. Out of those 4, Casado and Lavia. You know what I'm saying? But big up Amrabat, and you got Hassan rocking the Amrabat trim and that. You know what I'm saying? But we move. Yes, Dan, what are you saying, fam? You good?
What's going on, cousin?
Yeah, man. You blessed and everything, yeah?
Always, fam. You?
Yeah, man. Always blessed. Always good to hear from you, man.
100%, man. We talking about Sheikh JASSIM and that, yeah?
We was talking about him earlier and discussing Neymar and other things as well. Like, but yeah, what do you want to talk about, fam? Floor's yours before we close out. What do you want to talk about?
Bro, like, just anything and everything. Like, obviously, the main topic of discussion is this takeover shit, man.
Give us your thoughts on it, because Sheikh JASSIM reports have came out yesterday and stated he's saying he's putting a final bid, improved bid, and he's saying after Friday, no, so after tomorrow, no more negotiations. It's a take it or leave it bid. Thoughts?
I mean, in terms of take it or leave it final offer, ain't this meant to be the fifth final offer? Like, I don't know, like, I don't know. It's negotiations, isn't it? It's like they say one thing and then next day it's like, oh, it's like in another bid. Like it's never a final offer when it comes to this stuff. But at the same time, these men don't want to be taken for mugs. Do you know what I'm saying? So it's like at some point, where do you draw the line? At what point do you walk away? In any walk of life, like whatever situation it is, it's like you gotta know your worth and know who you are. And like, you can't have people take you for a dickhead, innit? So at some point you're gonna have to be like, I'm done, bro. I don't even care anymore. It gets to a point where you just don't even care anymore. And if you get taken for a dickhead, it's like, that's it, man. I'm done. I'm just done. Like, allow it. I'm done with negotiating with you, done with it. Because you can leave it sour with people, you know what I'm saying? Like, they might not even want to, I don't know, man. It's just, all I know is these Glazers just taking a piss in it. Like, for it to take this long, and it's like, we've got the transfer window on the horizon, like, you know what I'm saying? You want the best possible springboard for the club, and you want to buy the players you need. You want to get the players out that you need to get out. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, again, this is Man United these days, bro. Like, we ain't got a hope in hell. It seems like it's like I don't know what's going on. Like, we're always unprepared in every scenario. But this is the most important thing in life right now for Man. Like, this is the most important thing for United fans right now. This determines the future of Man United. Like, this whole takeover thing, yeah. And like, we have to get the Qataris, bro. Like, we have to, in order to compete with Man City, in order to compete with the whole infrastructure dynamic of how shit is going in football now. Like, it's the only hope. Like, it's like, bro, if this don't happen, yeah, I don't even know like what I'm gonna do with myself. Like, I'm literally gonna shed a tear, bro. Like, and just have to just be like, I don't know if I can support this anymore. It's a wrap, bro.
Yeah, it's a wrap. I'm with you on that. Like, I'm not supporting in regards to, I know the club is not serious. So I'm like, all right, calm. Like, we forget about trying to go and win Premier Leagues and champs. We're now a cup team. We're FA Cups, League Cups, and top 4. That's us. When Wenger started to fall off at Arsenal and they became that, that's us. If in that scenario,
you're breaking my heart. You're making me sad, bro. Like, you're making me like question my whole existence of life. Like, I'm just like, oh, mate, we've suffered for so long, man. It's like, this can't be it, man. We can't go out like this, man. We can't go out like Franklin and that. Like, you know what I'm saying? We can't go out like this.
The way Franklin went out was sad, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, Franklin went out sad, man.
Oh my God.
Franklin went out
suffered,
sad,
man. And we're this close to, like, we got this glimmer of hope. Like, we're this close for the whole course of everything changing for the better. But we still got these Glazers. So we're like, we know what to expect from them. Delete that. All we can ask for now, like, these guys need to look at the whole toxicity, social media, everything, the protests that have happened, the meltdown of everyone, and just be like, you know what? We have to hold our hands up and say, we've been little reptilian cretins, yeah, that have just destroyed everything, yeah. And you know what? One final hoorah, we're just gonna do the full sell, let go of this shit, hold our hands up, and just give it to someone who's gonna take care of this shit, man. It's about flipping accountability. These men do not give a shit, bro. They have no accountability of what they've done and how they're moving. They're just greedy little reptilians, man. Like, get out of this club, man. You know what I'm saying? Like,
nah, I thought, yeah, like I said, You explained it better than I could. It was right there, like just spot on. Big up to Matthew. Says breaking news: a conclusion over the takeover process is likely in the coming days, and that's from Mike Keegan, who is normally fairly reliable with this type of things. So we hope so. Like I said, a conclusion in the next few days. Hopefully by weekend we get this sorted. That's what I'm hoping so. That's what it is. I'm hoping so. I'm glad that Sheikh JASSIM did the final bid thing and said like it's Friday, because it's like I'm happy about that, because like Dan said, like how long are you just gonna let man take liberties? And it's like he's not, the lines of negotiations from what Sheikh JASSIM is saying is not even open, because it's not like he got a no, we want X. It seems to be there's no line of communication, which I was saying at the start of the show, which is terrible. It's not like he offered 5 and they was like, no, we want 6. There's nothing. To the point where he's like, right, I'm done negotiating with you, man. Here's the improved offer, which I believe is in the realm of 6, 7, 8 billion, sitting in between 6 and 8 billion anyway. And so hopefully, let's hope so, man. Let's hope so. I really hope so, man, that we get.
I mean, at the end of the day, no one really knows what's going on. Like, to be honest with you,
talk about
like at the end of the day, and there's all these theories, people saying, you know, this and that. Was they ever gonna sell to Qatar? Was this the plan the whole time? Like to just, or do they want just an is it just, would it only sell to Qatar if they get the astronomical offer? Like, and I just don't know in it, but for the betterment of everyone, like give us what we all want in it, man. Like, because we want to see significant change, man. We're this close, like I said. And then before you know it, if this does happen, this, like if the Qatar own by the club, yeah, like the way everything will change just like that, like the air of positivity from everyone, all of us, like, you know what I'm saying? And certain man like us, yeah, like we sometimes are perceived as like negative and that, yeah, sometimes, yeah, and it's like we know what time it is, isn't it? But it's like, if this happens, yeah, I don't want it. Like, no one can even say anything. Like, every single fan is gonna be so upbeat. Like it's gonna be so sick, and we need it, man. We see how other clubs move in terms of their infrastructure, and then when it comes to, obviously they've got sporting directors, they've got a nice structure and hierarchy. You know what I'm saying? Like, shout out to Nuruddin, who talks about structure and that. You know what I'm saying? But we will finally see structure, like proper. And that will trickle down. And then when it comes to the transfers and stuff like that, we'll get our business done efficiently. You know what I'm saying? You see how Liverpool moving, like with the McAllister deal, like, you know what I'm saying? And how they've been moving with certain deals and that. And then you see how like Bayern Munich move with their shrewd business deals and stuff like that. Like they're signing, like, you know, when they sign Lewandowski and the free and all types of shit like that. We can start seeing shit like that finally at Man United, and the right type of profile signing as well. Because at the moment, but bro, like, we're getting linked to Mount, yeah. Do you think that's like a decision that's coming from above Ten Hag, or is that Ten Hag? Like, because I'm so confused with that signing.
I think it's Ten Hag, fam. I think it's Ten Hag. Legit. He wants runners, energy, all that type of stuff. That's Ten Hag. I think it is. Well, look at the other players we've been linked with, fam. Look at the others, like midfielders, Sabitzer, Goretzka, Rabiot. All these man are that profile.
Yeah, but the one thing that gives me hope is, like, remember when we was linked with Rabiot and Arnautovic, and then it just flipped quick. Like the fans weren't having it, and then boom, we got like Casemiro.
Yeah, true.
So I'm thinking like that could happen again, man. So
I hope so.
I hope so, innit? Like, because with the thing with Man United, you never know what you're gonna get, man. Like, it is literally a box of chocolates, man. You do not know what we're gonna get with this club. Like, they'll surprise you all the time, and it's like I said, you never know, man. When it comes to transfers and that, we've seen how up until now there's been many surprises. Like, there's been bare signings that we never expected and that. So at the moment, we're linked to Mount. I'm kind of happy because I feel like, I don't know, it could be some smoke screen type shit. And we just go left field, boom, we just get someone else, and you're like, raw. All right, cool. Because, bro, I didn't expect us to go from flipping linking us with the likes of Rabiot and that, and then we just out of the blue got Casemiro, bro. No one saw that, bro. I swear that no one saw that.
No one saw that. Like I heard the rumor, I was like, this is bullshit. And that thing, I know he's signed.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like expect unexpected, man, and that's why I'll always have that glimmer of hope. I'm still gonna keep the faith till the end of the Qatar takeover. I hope we don't get someone like Mount. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I just hope we get what we need. The first things first, man. We get the takeover. Then you're gonna see a complete shift of everything. We ain't gonna be linked to certain man. We're gonna probably get a sporting director. Certain man are gonna be booted out of the club, like with the quickness. Do you know what I'm saying? Because we're gonna now get the ruthlessness that the Qataris bring with them. You know what I'm saying? So they're not playing about, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? But then when you hear us linked with like Jim Ratcliffe and all this, they're differing. Do you know what I'm saying? They don't sound serious, bro. They're not serious people. You know what I'm saying?
You're right.
They're not serious, bro. All these man, they're not serious. Now we finally need a serious infrastructure, like serious owners, man. We need it, man. We need it, bruv. We fucking need it like water, bruv. Like we need this shit. We need to live, man. We need to be happy. We need to bring Man United back, man, to what it once was, man. Shit.
I hear you, fam. I hear you. You're spot on. Hey, before we close out, though, people, let's bump up the likes. We're at 78. Y'all's up to 80 likes, people. As well, hit the subscribe button if you are indeed new. Don't forget, tonight, people. Actually, not even, well, technically tonight. I almost forgot a show. 8:30 p.m. on the Twitch, people. Fan calling show. So 8:30 p.m. on the Twitch. That's 8:30 p.m. UK time, people, on the Sarcasm City TV Twitch. The link for the Twitch is underneath in the description. You download the app from wherever you download apps from. Sign up for free, and then I'll put the link out, and then you can join people. And like I said, get anything off your chest. Talk about whatever you want in regards to in the sporting world as well. So that'll be live on the Twitch. And then midnight, we're back here on the YouTube channel for the Manchester United Arsenal show. So myself and Cam talking all things Manchester United, talking all things Arsenal. I'm sure, obviously, the Declan Rice news, it seems that he's heading to Arsenal. Or, well, Arsenal are going to make a bid, I'm going to say. And I'm sure in between now and then, something will break with Manchester United. You know, like it happened with this show, with the Mike Keegan tweet saying the ownership process is coming to a close in the next.
Bro, speaking of that, sorry, real quick. Speaking of that, if they're quoting 80 million for a flipping man, like why not just go all in for Rice then? Like, I don't understand. Because I'm not the Rice biggest fan, but at least that's a player that fits the profile. Like,
you can see the positive.
You can see that we need a player like that. You know what I'm saying? With Mount. What the hell, bro? Like, why? What?
Facts.
I don't know, man. I don't know, bro.
He's been. Hey,
and then on top of that, if we go even deeper than that, bun Rice and Mount all together, and if you're gonna splash 80 mil, like get a flipping sick up and coming guy, or get a, do you know what I'm saying? Like get someone that fits the mold, bro.
Yeah.
Like simple as that. It's not rocket science.
Big up Eddie as well. He's big in Europe as
well. Big up Eddie.
Every single time, man. Larger my guy Eddie every single time, man.
Eddie.
Shout out Eddie. But yeah, anything else you want to speak on, fam, before we close out? It's always good to see you though, man.
Yeah, man, 100, man. Like, I don't know if you got is this a free for all? Like, just
man. If there's anything else you want to talk Manchester United, before we close out, man. You know how this platform is. Get it off your chest, man. If there's anything
there's something I wanted to chat about, but I don't think you want to really chat about it.
Go on.
In terms of the
Greenwood situation.
Yeah. Man already know.
yeah, I know, because the people in the chat had asked me about it earlier, and then someone else had I was like, let's discuss it. I still stand on what I said from the initial start, like where my moral compass is. I don't want to see him play for the club again. But yeah, that's pretty much my thoughts. Like, it's not like me and you sat here discussing Declan Rice, for example, or Harry Kane, or who's the best fit for whatever. Like, I'm not hearing the other side of it. I hear the other side of a debate on a footballer's ability, but that shit, nah, I'm not with it. That's just me in it. Not with it whatsoever. That's all.
Yeah, I think it's interesting, man, because it's actually crazy. Because
reports came out, said that the club, and this is news that broke during the show, that the club are looking to loan him out.
Is it?
Yeah, that's what report. Yeah,
I
news
mean,
broke.
what's the point of that? Like, I don't really understand that. Like, just sell him. Like, if you wanna, I don't know. Like, why loan him for what? I don't understand the logic behind that. Maybe someone in the comments can maybe see better sense in that move, but I don't see what loaning him's gonna do. Maybe they think by loaning him, it's gonna maybe make people forget about the situation, and he just comes back and it's all fine and dandy. I don't know.
Maybe.
Like, maybe they're expecting him to like smash it up elsewhere, and then people's perception will shift and be like, oh well, we forgot about it all now, and he's scoring, so we get him back and act like nothing happened. But
that could be the thing.
But it's crazy though, because in saying that, right, despite people not liking the situation and however you want to, whatever, however you look at it, it's like at some point, decision has to be made, innit? And it's like, I'm not excusing what he done and all that. It's all nuts, innit? But he is a young kid still, and the decision's got to be made. Like, if they are going to keep him, people are not going to be happy. Do they care about the public perception? And if they do, then it's like they're gonna have to stand by that, and then going forward in the future, they're gonna have to stay consistent with it, whatever decision they make. So it's like whether someone's moral compass, like obviously, at the same time, who is the decider of things, like, you know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, it's like it's crazy. This is a mad situation. Like, this is a unique sort of situation. I've never seen anything like this before.
There's no booklet. Yeah, because there's no booklet on it type of thing, because it's outside of football. Like I said, I stand on everything I said, and I'm just not with it regardless. But that's just me.
It's a sad situation, man. At the end of the day, and it's like it couldn't. It's such mad timing, and like the way the things pan out is just crazy, man. Because outside of just from a footballing standpoint, it's like we need a player like that. like we need him. Like, and it's mad.
I hear that from a foot. I don't doubt that man's footballing ability whatsoever, but like, fuck all that. I couldn't care less.
Need him.
I couldn't care if he was Ronaldinho or Ronaldo rolled into one. Couldn't care less. And to Samuel, he says he wasn't guilty for nothing. R. Kelly wasn't found guilty initially. What are we doing? Go look at that for those that are old enough. I'm not talking about now.
Well, he has been now, really.
No. But here this is the point that I'm making. Initially, when the R. Kelly situation came out and that whole saga came out, he was found not guilty. So let's not do that in terms of being found not. Like, let's not do that. Let's not do that nonsense. Let's not, please. You know what I'm saying? Let's not use the criminal justice system as the moral compass, because we've seen many cases where they've done fuckeries. So let's not do that, please. I beg. But yeah, we're gonna close out anyway. We're redirecting to Big Six Bands, people. So make sure you head over there right now. I'll be heading over there. Large up to everyone that's locked in as well. Check out the upcoming live stream schedule. Let you know all the shows that are coming up. Catch you lot on the Twitch for the fan calling show, 8:30 p.m. and then midnight back here on the YouTube for the Manchester United Arsenal show. But this has been the ManDem United podcast live on the Sarcasm City TV YouTube. Big up for tuning in.